Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Cristina M. Santelices, and I am one of your OLCs for Practical Research 2. Okay, and this afternoon we will be talking about the research process. Okay, but like anything else, before we continue, let us first define what a research is. Now, as far as defining a research, you can construct your own based on your understanding, di ba? As long as it revolves around the true uh, meaning, purpose, o objective ng research. But uh, let us take a look at a few of the definitions that we can see. So according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, a research is the investigation or experimentation aimed at the discovery and interpretation of facts, revision of accepted theories or laws in the light of new facts, or practical application of such new or revised theories or laws. Okay, so this is another definition from another source. Sabi niya, research is defined as the creation of new knowledge. Ayan, new knowledge and or the use of existing knowledge in a new and creative way so as to generate new concepts, methodologies, and understandings. This could include synthesis and analysis of previous research to the extent that it leads to new and creative outcomes. Ayan. So, in other words, research is just, tawag dito, gathering or coming up with a new fact or new knowledge. Another would be, it could be a diligent and systematic inquiry or investigation into a subject in order to discover or revise facts, theories, applications, and others. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, if you look at these three definitions, may generic. You find a generic. So, it is an investigation or finding new facts, okay, improving existing concepts to generate new knowledge. Yeah, yun yung mga generic when we talk about research. All right? So before we continue and take a look at the research process itself, tignan muna natin ano ba ang characteristics ng research. Yan, this will help you understand the research process. Okay? Or this will help you look beyond the research process. So, what are the characteristics of a research? First, research is systematic. So, pag sinabi natin systematic, there's a pattern that you follow. So, it's the same pattern whether the research is done in a company, 'di ba? Kaya nga may mga companies na merong R&D department. Ano ibig sabihin ng R&D? Research and Development Department. Or it could be a research which is a thesis or a dissertation, master thesis, or yung sa, I don't know, if you've done it in your junior high school, yung investigative yun? Project. O, di ba? Parang gano'n. So, it follows a pattern. Kaya siya systematic. Okay? So, sabi dito, it follows an orderly and sequential procedure that leads to the discovery of truth, solution of a problem, or whatever is aimed at to be discovered. Okay? Next, research is controlled. Sabi dito, all variables except those being tested are kept constant. Okay, now, itong control na to could be best illustrated using, let's say, I'll give you an example. So, this usually done with experimental researches. Like, for example, lalo na doon sa mga cause and effect relationships ng mga studies. Like, for example, what if traditionally, farmers use fertilizer to increase the crop yield. Oh. And then you want to compare that with, let's say, another system of farming. Let's say using organic fertilizer. So here, you are comparing a fertilizer, chemical fertilizer, an organic fertilizer, or without a fertilizer ko. Yung control nyo doon, ibig sabihin control is yung natural. Diba? How much would you be able to yield if yun yung hindi nyo pa babaguhin. Yun ang constant, yung control. And ang babaguhin niyo is yung variable. Okay, like for example, how much of this fertilizer? And then how does it compare to, let's say, organic fertilizer? So yun ibig sabihin ng research is controlled. Okay, next. Research is empirical. Pag sinabi natin empirical, yan. All procedures employed and data gathered are perceived in the same manner by all observers. So, ibig sabihin, if you are a team in a research activity, dapat kayo pare-pareho yung na-observe nyo. Like for example, if you are measuring, let's say, temperature, di ba? Dapat kung 100 degrees yung or 45 degrees yung observation ng isa, yung mga kasama nyo, lahat 45 degrees din. O kaya naman ay may nakitang tatlo kayo in a team, tapos yung dalawa nakita ay 4 na tao. Tapos yung isa sasabihin, ay 5 yung tao kasi may multo. Yung multo doon, hindi yun empirical. Di ba? Yun yung ibig sabihin natin that research is empirical. Okay? Next, research is analytical. Okay, so there is critical analysis of all data used so that there is no error in their interpretation. Okay, so that's why, so especially in experiments, diba? You conduct the experiments using 2 trials, 3 trials, etc. So you become analytical so that you get accurate results. So you minimize the error. Okay, next. Research is objective, unbiased, and logical. So, ibig sabihin yan, all findings and conclusions are logically based on empirical data and no effort is made to alter the results. So, ibig sabihin, whatever you observe, okay, whatever you obtain, yun ang ire-report. Yun ang isusulat. You do not write results based on what you want or based on what you expect. Okay? Yun ang ibig sabihin niya ng unbiased and logical. Okay, next. Research employs hypothesis. Okay, yung hypothesis kasi, this is to guide the investigation process. Okay? Now, some researchers may not have a specific hypothesis. But then, doon sa mga specific problems, yun na yung implied na hypothesis. For example, di ba? Kasi merong mga researches na pwede ninyong i-formulate mismo yung hypothesis. Pero merong iba that you cannot formulate. So yung mga sub-problems, they serve as your hypothesis. And these are the ones that you are going to investigate and test in the process. Okay? So they just serve as your guide, di ba? So number 7, research employs quantitative or statistical methods. Okay. So ibig sabihin nito, there are data na hindi numerical ang value. But you have to transform them into numerical measures so that you can treat them statistically. You can test. Kung may hypothesis yun, you can test. Like for example, di ba? Later on, we will be discussing about the research instruments and the data gathering procedure. Mas maiintindihan nyo yun dito. Okay? But for now, for example, di ba, when you measure temperature, what do you use? You use a thermometer, right? When you measure temperature. But what do you use to measure, for example, attitude or behavior or knowledge? Wala namang instrument, di ba? But you use a different kind of instrument. For example, ang question is, the degree of agreement. Do you agree? Yung ganon. Pero yung statement ay that animals, certain animals are, like for example, like let's say ano nga ba yun? Tarsiers are endangered species. O, di ba? Then the choices are agree. O, agree na agree. Tapos you assign a number na 5 or 4. And then another one would be agree. O then you assign a number 3. Konting agree, you assign a number. Hindi agree, you assign a number. Hindi agree, you assign a number. So yun yung mga numerical measures. Di ba? Yan. Okay? So we will discuss that more in detail later on. Okay? Research is original. Ayan. Original. Kayo dapat yan. Kayo nag-formulate niyan. Kayo nag-propose niyan. You do not copy existing works. Okay? So data are gathered from primary sources. Yan, ibig sabihin, if you wanted to study the norms in a certain tribe, kayo mismo mag-observe. And whatever observation you get, whatever data that you get and analyze, that is your contribution to knowledge. Okay? Yan, of course, except for historical research. Kasi hindi ka pa naman nag-exist nung nangyari yung event na yon in history, di ba? Kung yung research mo is about the life of Rizal, tapos sabihin original work dapat. Hindi ka pa naman nabuhay nung panahon ni Rizal, di ba? So, yun lang yung exemption. Then you use secondary data. Okay? Research is done by an expert. Expert. Okay? Yan. Data are subjected to expert scrutiny. Kaya nga, di ba, kung sa inyo, thesis yan, dinidefend ninyo. Okay? Before a panelist. Okay? Before a committee of panelists. Okay? So, they are the experts that scrutinize your research. Or, if it's a professional research, then you present it to research conferences, etc., etc. Okay? Next. Research is accurate investigation, observation, and description. Yan. All conclusions should be based on actual evidence. Yeah. So, you do not make conclusions based on what you want to conclude or what you expect to conclude, but you make conclusions based on the data that you have gathered, based on the results of your investigation, right? Research is patient and unhurried activity. Ayan. Kasi kung hurriedly done or haphazardly done, not well prepared, you will not get good results. Okay? So, hindi maganda. Or sabi natin, hindi reliable yung data mo. Something like that. Okay? So, this is to ensure accuracy. So, that is why there should be patience. Okay? Research requires an effort-making capacity. O, di ba? There should be effort. Kasi kung basta lang, hindi reliable, hindi valid. Okay? Next, research requires courage. Ayan. Kasi kung mahihain ka, paano kung yung research mo, kailangan mo mag-interview ng tao o kailangan mong mag-observe sa karamihan ng tao. Kung wala kang courage, paano ba yun? O, di ba? Wag na lang. Okay. So with that, with our understanding of the characteristics of research, let's now take a look at the steps in the research process. So I have here gathered 8 steps. Okay. Plus, hindi naman, if you look at different sources, all right, they will have different presentations of the steps in the research process. But then, if you scrutinize or if you try to look at it deeply, they all mean using a pattern. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina na systematic. Okay? So number 1, it starts with identifying the problem. Okay? So a well-identified problem will lead the researcher to accomplish all important phases of the research process, starting from setting objectives to the selection of the research methodology. Okay? So, how will you be able to identify a very, very good problem? Okay? Kasi probably you have an idea. All right? Or may problem na. By the way, class, hindi lahat ng problem researchable, ha? Kasi sabi natin, research is to answer a problem, to solve a problem. In short, solve a problem. But not all problems are researchable. Okay, like for example, the problem is, I don't have money. Okay, how can I have money? What will I do to have money? Okay, magkukondak ka ng research, identify mo, and then you review literature. No, kasi kaya mo na sagutin yun. Diba? So, in other words, it's not a topic for research. Okay? So, after, now, to give more light to identifying your problem, you need to review literature. Okay? So, may mga advantages. Why do we have to review literature? Literature avoids duplication of the work that has been done in the recent past. Kasi, pwedeng may idea ka, pero nagawa na pala. Diba? So, hindi na yun pwede. Next, it helps the researcher to find out what others have learned and reported on the problem. Ayan. So, kung meron ka nakitang related study dun sa gusto mong gawin, pero hindi naman talaga eksaktong pareho, related lang, then that could support what you have in mind, diba? Next, It helps the researcher to become familiar with the types of methodology followed by others. Okay? So, in doing so, di ba, sabi nga dito, di ba, identifying the problem will help you select methodology. So, in browsing the literature, it will give you an idea also on what methodology to use as you go through the process, right? So it helps the researcher to understand what concepts and theories are relevant to his area of investigation. Ayan. So parang as you dig deeper, lumilinaw din yung gusto mong gawin. Okay? So it helps the researcher to understand if there are any significant controversies, contradictions, and inconsistencies in findings. Ayan. Kasi pagka ganyan, o di ba, you could add your kung may mga conflicts or disagreements sa mga related studies, then whatever you will do can give light to these controversies. O, di ba? Okay, next. It allows the researcher to understand if there are any unanswered research questions. Ayan. Kasi nga, po pwedeng what you're thinking of is placed as a recommendation of another study. Kaya nga, di ba, kung hindi mo tapos, hanggang dun lang, then you recommend for further study. Okay? It might help the researcher to develop an analytical framework. Ayan. So, meron kang analytical framework. O kasi as you continue, parang lumilinaw ng lumilinaw kung ano yung framework ng gagawin mo, di ba? Next, it will help the researcher to consider the inclusion of variables in his research that he might not otherwise have thought about. O, di ba? So, kunyari, gusto mo lang malaman na yung behavior. Tapos, makikita mo, as you search the literature, may factor pala, may effect pala ang, let's say, gender, or may effect pala ang educational attainment, etc., etc. So, you can add them in your variables. Okay? Yan. Next, number 3, setting research questions, objectives, and hypotheses. So after discovering and defining research problem, you can now make a formal statement of the problem leading to the objectives. Okay? So magkakaroon ka na, you can already write down ano yung objectives mo, di ba? After, kasi look at this. Sometimes, you need to conduct, do process number 2 before you can do process number 3. Diba? So, depende yan. Depende lagi. So, like for example, yung mamaya, makikita natin, yung kasunod kasi nito is choosing the study design. But before that, diba, kailangan mo munang maset yung objectives mo. Hypothesis. So, yan. So, we've discussed about hypothesis earlier. Okay? So, choosing the design. Yeah, next is in the process, choosing the study design. Okay. Why do you have to have a design? O kasi yung design na yon, kumbaga sa construction, di ba? Pag nag-construct ng bahay, nakakita na ba kayo ng construct ng bahay na nasa isip lang yung ginagawa? Di ba may blueprint yun? Tapos minsan nga may perspective pa. Di ba? Kung wala mang perspective, at least may blueprint ng design ng bahay. Kasi kung wala, medyo mahirapan na i-construct yung bahay. So parang ganun din dito sa research. It would be very difficult for you to construct or to come up with a research if you do not have a research design. Okay? It is a master plan, o di ba? Master plan siya. Okay? Which gives you yung methodology ng gagamitin, anong research instrument na gagamitin, and anong data statistical treatment na gagamitin, etc., etc. Okay? And then next, deciding on the sample. Yan. Yan. The sampling technique na tinatawag natin. Importante yan because sometimes it's going to tawag dito, maximize your time, especially if you want a very, very big population. For example, you want to study all about youth, kabataan. And daming kabataan. Kunyari sa bayan nyo, taga saan ba kayo? Kunyari sa Binyan. You want to study about particular behavior of the youth in Binyan. Yung sabihin, lahat ng kabataan sa Binyan, pupuntahan nyo lahat to interview, kung interview yan. O lahat bibigyan nyo ng questionnaire kung questionnaire yan? Of course not. So you're going to choose a certain sample. Okay? So may mga tinatawag tayong sampling technique na tinatawag yung later on. So just to give you an idea, some of these are yung tinatawag natin random sampling, stratified sampling, purposive sampling, etc. etc. Anong purpose no? Now, the sample represents yung buong population ng respondent mo. Diba? Kaya kailangan napaka well thought of yung iyong sampling technique so that it would really be a representative of the whole population. Okay? Next, collecting data. Ayan. So, dito na makikita, di-discuss yung mga data, research instruments, data gathering tools, or data gathering procedure. And we'll be discussing that later in another topic. Okay? But that's part of the research process. Another one is the processing and analysis of data. Ayan. So, dito na, i-consolidate mo na lahat, tapos i-test mo na, statistical treatment. Yan. And then, after doing all of that, you're going now to write the report. Okay, so the final report that you will give. So ito yung mga, di ba, sa thesis niyo yung summary of findings and conclusion. O, di ba? And then probably may recommendation later on. But in writing the report, okay, ano ba yun? Why do you have to write the report? So that it would be the basis for a decision or a next course of action. Okay? Ano yung next course ng action natin? Okay? So, from there, you will make decision from the report. Okay? Oh, so, ganyan yan. So, to put that in summary, let's take a look at this diagram. Okay? So, makita nyo, yung 8 steps in the research process, bakit hindi, number 1, number 2, but it's presented this way in a cyclic manner. Kasi talaga namang cyclic yung procedure natin sa research process. Di ba? So at the end, yung recommendation or kung ano man yung naging solution doon sa simulang problem, probably becomes a problem again. So you go through the process again. Okay? Yan. Kaya cyclic yung research process. Okay? So that's it for our discussion this afternoon about the research process. Now we move on to the question and answer. Thank you for joining and God bless you all.